Hello, this is Kevin Annett, Eagle Strong Voice. It is Friday, January the 16th, 2026. This is a very important time. The resistance movement to the Trump tyranny is breaking out all over America, all over the world, as a matter of fact. On January 20th, the first anniversary of the inauguration of Trump, there is going to be a national general strike across America, work stoppages, walkouts at every level. Also, on that same day, there's going to be an announcement of a new Declaration of Independence being issued by American citizens breaking from the Trump oligarchy. Very exciting news. What's even more exciting is the fact that other countries are joining that support. Here in Canada, within the Sovereign Republic of Canada, and in England, with the newly formed Sovereign Republic of Albion, we're pledging joint actions to help overthrow the Trump tyranny. But an even greater bit of news came today from the International Common Court of Justice, which has ruled the Trump regime as invalid under international law and has authorized the removal of Trump by international peacekeepers and by mandamus orders to the government officials and the military to remove him from office as a rogue criminal. Let me read the global media release that just came out from the International Common Court of Justice today. And this should be great encouragement to people on the ground. We now have international law on our side. The International Court orders a removal of Donald Trump from presidential office and issues an arrest warrant against him as a threat to world peace. Trump is also convicted of complicity in the trafficking and death of children. From Brussels and Washington, the World Court that forced Pope Benedict to resign from his office in February 2013 has ordered and authorized American government officials and the public to remove Donald Trump as president of the United States and has issued a global arrest warrant against him. In a legal judgment issued today in response to a petition from American citizens, the International Common Law Court of Justice described Trump's presidential election as unlawful because of his status as an impeached and convicted felon who has committed treason, his use of threats and violence to intimidate American voters, his continual abuse of power while in office, and his illegal wars and piracy against non-belligerent nations that threaten world stability and peace. To quote the judgment, Donald J. Trump consistently violated the highest public trust and his presidential oath of office to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution by overstepping constitutional and legal limits to his authority, behavior that led to his impeachment by the United States Congress. Trump has publicly declared himself to be above the law and not bound by the Constitution, in effect establishing himself as an unaccountable oligarch, unquote. Describing the Trump administration as a threat to world peace, the court's judgment continues, Donald J. Trump's criminality and his successful floating of the law in the U.S. Constitution is a matter of fundamental concern, not only for Americans, but all nations. Combined with Trump's recent illegal assault on Venezuela, his threats to annex Canada and Greenland, and the medically certified evidence of his mental instability and narcissistic psychosis, the Trump regime threatens to destabilize the global world system and spark events that could lead to a nuclear holocaust, unquote. The court's judgment concludes that Trump has no lawful basis to be president of the United States and must be removed from that office by American public officials and citizens, as well as by other nations. Citing international law governing the lawful removal of tyrants, the court has issued a writ of mandamus to the United States government officials that compel them to remove Trump, and also a universal arrest warrant against Trump that can be enforced by public officials and all American citizens. Going further, the court judgment declares, the court affirms American citizens' inherent and legitimate right of rebellion against tyranny and authorizes them to depose the criminal Trump regime in order to reestablish their constitutional democracy and the rule of law. The court encourages the governments and people of the world to impose on the Trump oligarchy economic and diplomatic sanctions, trade and tourism boycotts, and other actions to stop that rogue power and assist Americans in restoring the republic and reclaiming it from tyranny. And as one who is an advisor to the court, in his recent court case against Trump, the present Pope, Jeffrey Epstein, and others, Trump is also being duly convicted of trafficking children, being involved in sex orgies with them, and in the death and ritual killing of those children as part of his proven involvement in the Ninth Circle sacrificial cult. Now, this writ of mandamus ordering the government officials to take action was delivered today to the United States government and to American citizens, as was this universal arrest warrant that can be actually downloaded with the other court documents from murderbydecree.com under ITCCS updates. Just look at the posting dated today, January 16th, 2026. You can download those documents, and most importantly, stand by for more news on January 20th for the launching of the National General Strike in the United States, the launching of a new Declaration of Independence, and the formation of a new coalition called the National Covenant of Constitutional Conventions. In other words, the American people, like in 1776, are deposing an unaccountable and tyrannical monarch and reestablishing America on a new foundation where life, liberty, and justice for all will have a final true meaning in the flesh, not just in words. Stand by for all of these very exciting developments. Most importantly, get involved. Contact the court tribunal at ITCCS office at protonmail.com. I'm at angelfire101 at protonmail.com, and I'm part of a whole international network of sovereign republic alliances that fight these corporate machinations that are putting tyrants into power. This is part of a much bigger struggle, brothers and sisters, and we all need to play a direct role in this exciting revolution of the spirit and of politics and of legal power, all coming together in a new sovereign alliance of free men and women. This is Kevin Annett, Eagle Strong Voice. Stand by for more.